Hi everyone, you are welcome to another exciting episode of Intimate Talk with Blessing, where we literally talk about anything and everything that concerns you and I. Today's show is a very sensitive topic, reason why my friend Blessing will be coming on board to tell us the myth of rape and also the way forward. Sit back, relax, and listen to what she has to say. Blessing, over to you.
Thank you, my darling friend, for having me on the show once again. I'm super excited. Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to be here again, and I hope you are ready with your earpiece, and your jotter and your pen, everything to listen, because you have to write down some things this evening. So I'm going straight to the business of the day, which is the myths and the facts about rape, and I'm going to give you the way forward. So the first myth I'll be bringing to your decks is false allegations of rape are common. That was one myth. Everybody says people try to accuse someone about raping them when they actually give their consent. Now I'm going to tell you that from research, there have been estimates that the total number of false reports of rape is just about around 2%. Which is like almost same with in fact it's lower than every other crime in society. So most rape victims or survivors, they do not want to come out to speak about whatever they've gone through, because they know there's this culture of rape that people always blame the victim. They always victim blame them. They feel that it's the victim that is the cause of the rape, which is wrong. Now, most people who have been victims of rape do not most times come out to report the case, because at the end of the day, most times the case always turns on them. People always say, oh, they are the cause, they dressed somehow, they did this, they enticed the person and all of that. So it's a very low percentage of false allegations of rape, very low percentage. Now straight on to the second. There's this myth that men can't be raped, and that's a blatant lie. Men are being sexually assaulted, a whole lot of men, boys, and then this is mostly common with men in same-sex relationships. Yeah, it happens a lot. There's I was listening to the news recently, and then there was a case of a little boy who was raped, yes, by another guy. A boy was raped by another guy. So most men in same-sex relationship, they rape men, and even women also rape men. Yes, there have been cases of women raping men, and most times people do not believe men. Most men that are being raped, they do not come out to speak up, because our society is a patriarchal society, and it tells us that men are strong, they should be able to fight back and all of that. No, men are also being raped. They are victims of sexual assault too, a whole lot of times. Now I'm moving on to the third myth, which says most sexual assaults are committed by strangers. Now I'm going to debunk this myth with the facts that 90% of sexual assaults are committed by someone that the victim knows. 90%, that's the statistics. The news I also listened to, the same news, there was also a case of a lady that was giving out a teenage girl that was giving out to men to sleep with by her grandmother, and that's someone she knows. Now this case I also told you earlier about a boy that was raped. He was raped by his cousin. Now the cousin just took the boy of about 5 to 6 years and said, let's go out, let's go somewhere, and the parents had knowledge of it. They took him because he's a family member, he's the cousin, and they feel he can't do anything, so he took the boy out, and then he raped this boy. He raped him. Was when the boy got back and he couldn't walk properly that the mom was surprised at what's going on with my son, why can't he walk properly. That was when they realized that this boy was raped. So a whole lot of rape cases are caused by people that the victim know, caused by clergies, by family members, by even their parents, a whole lot of, in most cases, rape is caused by people that they are close to, people that they trust, because most time they don't believe that this can happen. It's people that they trust that actually rape them, most people. Now on to the fourth one. I'm going to just be giving you 5 myths, because we don't really have much time. So the fourth myth says that if they don't struggle or fight back, then it wasn't sexual assault, it wasn't rape, and that's a big lie. I need to let you know that submission does not equal consent. A lack of no does not mean yes. That's just the truth. A lack of no does not mean yes. Most rape cases are really done by people that, let me say, at a higher position. Yes, from rape definition, if you go on to Google and check, you would see that most times it's rape is by force, like it's done by force or threat of force. So most times the victims are being threatened. They're already threatened. They're scared that, oh, I may not be able to fight this person, and there's nothing I can do. So what can I do? I can just give in, because most times they are threatened that, oh, I'll kill you, I'll do this to you, I will hurt you. So when there's nobody there to save them, what do? They have to just give in to it. So you cannot say because the person didn't say a blatant no or the person submitted, that means it is not. It is rape. As long as the person did not consent to it, it is rape. So we should debunk all these myths, and there are a whole lot of myths, as in so many other myths that about rape. There's no time to really decipher this. Now I'll give you the last one, which is the fifth one. It says victims provoke sexual assault by flirting, wearing sexy clothes, or getting drunk. This is a whole big no for me. The fact is that victims are never the cause for rape. It is the perpetrator that is the cause. Never. No matter what, whether you say the person cannot hold back his sexual desire, whatever, the person caused it. The victim never caused it, as long as the person did not consent to it. Now, look at cases of pedophiles, people who rape children, babies. Would you say that those babies actually seduce them or something? So let us debunk all these facts, all these myths myths about rape. Let's debunk it and stick to the fact. The fact is that rape is a wrong thing. Rape is evil. Rape is wicked. It is wrong, and it should not be heard in our society. It is demeaning, really. It is really demeaning. So I'll leave you with all this, but before I go, let me give you the way forward. Now, it's not enough to know what rape is or the myth, the facts, or whatever. It is important for us. Please speak up. If you're a victim of rape or you know somebody that has been raped, please speak up. Speak up so you can get help. Don't keep quiet. Don't keep it to yourself. No, I know the society actually victim blames people, but no. If you've been a victim of rape or you know someone that raped, please speak up, because there's a lot of help. A lot of things can be done for you to prevent things like STIs, pregnancy, HIV and the likes. So if you speak up, go to medical center for counseling, you get treated, you get tested and treated of whatever STIs that might be gotten through that rape, or maybe unwanted pregnancy. There are emergency contraceptions that are given to female children or ladies or adults who have been raped, so to prevent pregnancy. And then a whole lot of treatment. We have also post-exposure prophylaxis for things like HIV, to prevent all of these diseases from coming, so you don't get injured twice. Yes, you've been raped, fine, but then there shouldn't be other things that would also make you feel devastated, like sickness and all of that, like the STIs and pregnancy and all of that. It's just like a case of a 13-year-old girl who was raped by a man, and then this girl got pregnant. The guy threatened her not to tell her mom, and she got pregnant because she couldn't speak up. She didn't tell her mom. If she had maybe spoken up on time, probably something would have been done. Maybe she wouldn't have gotten pregnant. Thank God she didn't even get other STIs and all of that. So it's very important for us to be, and then most importantly, please let us stop victim blaming. That's the way we can help. If you hear any case of rape or that, please don't victim blame. Don't blame the victim. Don't say, oh, the victim caused it, the person dresses shabbily, does this. No, please, dressing or whatever has nothing to do with rape. Men are being raped, women are being raped, children, babies are being raped. Please, I just hope today's podcast was really a good one, and you've really gotten to know that yes, there are actually some myths about rape which should be debunked. Please base your belief or your base or whatever on facts, please, and debunk the myths. And most importantly, let us stop victim blaming and let us speak up. whenever we get cases about rape. So thank you so much once again for having me on the show. BB, thank you. I know I've talked so much, but then this topic is really sensitive and we cannot cover it up in a day. But I just hope that we do better in our society. So catch ya.
Wow, I totally enjoyed every single minute of this podcast, Blessing. Thank you so much for coming all out to explain more about the myth, the fact, and the way forward for rape. Thank you, listeners, for listening. I really appreciate you. You are going to hear from me next week, where we're going to talk about another juicy topic. Good night.